Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. I break down all things Big Brother. Tonight, we are talking about Big Brother Canada Season 10, Episode 26. We have a Thursday night eviction episode to work our way through. We are down now. What once was the final five is now the final four. If you're joining live, smash that like. If you're joining later, smash that like. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We cover all things BB. I'm also covering the Johnny Depp trial, which by cover, I mean making fun of it and having a grand old time. All right. So smash the like, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, Super Chat's a great way to do it. Otherwise, follow me on the social medias. Become a Leen Team member here on YouTube through my one and only membership. Hit me up on Patreon. You guys know the deal. Welcome, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so episode 26 of Big Brother Canada. We have exactly a week left. Next Thursday is the finale. Yesterday, we saw Betty's nominations play for POV. And we saw Helena win her first comp, and we saw the nominations remain the same. So it's Josh on the block versus JC Lynn, aka JC Penny. And we saw Betty and Josh make up. They had that nice little friendship moment where she's like, I still want you to stand by me in my wedding, even though you're a backstabber and you're a liar, Josh. You're a liar, okay? And he was like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So we saw that. Tonight's episode, I did not expect to get all teary-eyed about it, but I did. I definitely got teary-eyed. So they had special family visits, and that really got to me. I don't know what is going on with me. I have no idea. But the minute, so first, JC Lynn was called to the DR. And then when she went downstairs, the lights turned blue. And they were like, proceed to the special room with the phone, whatever that room's called, go in there. And behind the glass is her mom. And her mom was so cute. Her name was like Chantel or something. I got to do my little screen grab shares here, but she was so cute. And then she was crying, and then JC Lynn was getting upset, and I was getting a little emotional. But I think what was the one that really got me? I mean, they all were nice and emotional, but Kevin's was really sweet. Jillian was there, his not wife, but wife, and she got a fake ring, and she's like, I've been wearing this fake ring, and he's like, I miss you, and everyone's touching the glass like, ah. And so they have this moment, and then she says, don't propose to me. Whatever you do not propose to me. Not now, please. I'm behind plexiglass. This is not a good time. No. I want a real proposal. She didn't go that far, but she was just like, not right now. He's like, don't worry. And then she's like, can we spend forever together, Kevy? Can we? After this, can we spend every day and every night together? And he was like, I hope we can. And you see like a whole different side of Kevin. And Jillian seems pretty rad. And she loves that he is, playing up this kind of BB mastermind, master villain. And she seems really proud of him. Oh, and then Helena and Helena's mom. And her mom was like, I didn't think you'd get this far. Helena's like, Mom, don't say that. She's like, sorry. That's just mommy's honest opinion. Moms can be the most honest sometimes, even when you don't need them to be. Okay, sorry, I'm staring over to the side. I'm trying to look for my folder so we can share some of these little screenshots. So this, I thought, normally by this time, I'm like, no family stuff. Please, dear Lord. No, it's too late. They're going to see them soon. But this one was actually very touching. And I know that makes me sound very cold-hearted, but I can't help it. I wanted to, sometimes this becomes just filler, but I feel like this became very Survivor-esque, because USBB never makes me cry in like a good way. It makes me cry in the sad ways that that sometimes it's as bad as it is. But this was a totally good way. Look at her little realtor mom. Doesn't she look like a realtor? Like, buy my house. I'm selling candles. Hi, come up to Canada. We got all the candles. And I put out some maple syrup, and there's moose in the yard. Okay. So she looks totally adorable. Then Helena with her mom, and her mom's like, we're proud of you. We have we get together and we watch the show together, and everyone is proud of you, but we didn't think you'd make it that far. And so they have, their cute little moment, and Helena is very emotional, and her mom's like, you made chicken. I feel like that's what Nana would be like. My mom would be like, if I cooked and was on a reality show, she'd be like, I can't believe you made food. Bonjour, Renee. Bonjour. These are the times I wish Marty was still in the house, just so we could see him just speaking to his fam bam in French. He'd be like, oh, oui, it is my wife. It is the wife. Marty, the wife of Marty. Tu es Marty wife. Yay. Je m'appelle Marty. Je suis married. That would be nice. But no, we didn't get that. We got Helena was getting very emotional. She had a sweet moment. Anytime people touch glass like this is Kevin and his unmanicured hand, and Jillian and her just like loose blouse. And she was adorable. She's like, spend forever with me, Kevin. And he's like, okay. In his Kev villain ways. So that I literally was starting to, I cried. Okay. I went over to Chell. There was a commercial break. He was watching hockey, as he does. And I was like, and they had the family visit on BB King. He's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I don't normally cry at this show, but I'm definitely crying. So we had this nice moment. Here's Jillian showing that she got a fake ring to wear around, which I don't know why she needs the ring because everyone knows he's lying. But I feel like this is just Kevin. I have a feeling. Now, something tells me that maybe if Kevin wins this thing, he'll propose on stage, or he'll propose some kind of public proposal. I think the only reason she said don't propose now, like I said earlier, is because they were separated by glass. But I don't really understand why she had to have the ring. I mean, it's cute because it adds into his like villain, and then she's the she villain and he's the he villain. Like she's supporting him. Like, look at me, it's funny. But other than that, everyone knows outside of the house that you're not really married. As well. So you don't have to do that. But it's still really cute. And this is a great screen grab I got of Joleen crying here. Okay. Also, I was surprised at little Betty. Oh my gosh, Betty Spaghetti and her little Baldy, her little Marty Jr. Maybe that's why they didn't get along, because, he reminds her of her significant other and she loves him, but she's like, I cannot have this friendship with Marty. And Marty's like, why? Because I look like someone you love. J'adore me. Betty adore me. Je t'aime. And Betty's like, no, you look too much like my lover, my partner in crime. So I was surprised at how mortified Betty's mister was. I was like, oh my gosh, young Marty. Yes, Betty. Okay, of course, now I can't find my folder again. So everyone's crying, everyone's seeing their family. It's giving them that last push they need to get through these last 2 weeks of Big Brother. And, we get to have this nice family moment. Where the hell is my folder? There it is. And, what's happening with my folder here? Okay. Well, let's go to, that's not a good screenshot. Let's see, what is the date today? Oh Lordy, come on, BB Can, where are you? There you go, I found it. Okay, we're back, baby. We're cooking with gas. All right, let's see. And then we have Helena freaking out like, I wouldn't have had this much cleavage if I would have known it was my mom. I thought it was going to be a potential bachelor situation. And then Josh and his mom's like, I have a Team Josh shirt. And I'm thinking, you should have worn it. Josh is like, You know, still not as much of a cry as when Kevin was leaving. Still, I still wanted to see more from Josh. You know, I wanted to see this.
So clear. Kevin,
Are you serious?
it's okay. Love you. Love you. Love you.
Oh, mom. Oh, but his mom was a cutie too. Everyone's parents are so cute and love it. Love it. Love it. We got a fun jury segment, you guys. Yes, we did. Excuse me. I have to sneeze. My goodness. Okay. We got a fun jury segment. And so Moose and Herman have just been rocking out with their cocks out. Herman turned 30. I thought he was into his 30s by now. And then Gino makes an appearance and they're like, Gene dog, what you doing here? And he's like, oh man, this is awesome. And they're like, Gino, you're in the jury house. I know, but I'm just a smiley kind of guy. And so soon after they greet Gino and they're like, oh my God, Gino, mean Gene Okerlund. And let's see, do we have with them and Gino? And they're like, what happened? He's like, Marty won HOH and we had the gummy bear. The gummy bear, he made me pick the gummy bear. And they're like, oh no, dog. And then Marty let's pick with a gummy bear. And then Marty and Summer came down and Moose hugged Marty. Because you have to remember, at one time, Moose and Marty made out in a hot tub. And by made out, I mean had smoochies. They kissed. So they have a little bit of love. Summer still is giving me, she's still shocked. She's still shell-shocked. She's not team anybody. She seemed the whole segment to be kind of over it. You know, she got stabbed in the back by Josh. She had to explain that to everybody. And then they talked about who they would vote for and JC Lynn. And clearly Gino's showing us how sex happens. And when JC Lynn gets brought up, he mentions something like, oh, you're just jealous. And she's like, please. But the funniest part is I grabbed this screenshot and hopefully I still have it, was Marty was like, oh, you went there. Marty was almost like a teenager in his reaction to this. I don't know if you guys caught that. I thought I had a better screenshot, but his face was like, oh, Gino, you went there with Summer. So they had this little fun back and forth with each other about, as they do, about the JC Lynn stuff. And Marty was like, oh my God, you went there. That's amazing. And I can't find the really good screenshot I had, but Marty was like, just, we went there. Oh, dog, that's pretty awesome. So they had that moment. I just thought that was so, I can't find the screenshot. Sorry, guys. Maybe it's on my desktop. It was such a good one because he was like, it was such a Marty face to make. But no, I can't find it. Oh, well, we're moving on. So that was funny. We also had the Big Brother in social media is really blowing up with, and by blowing up, I mean, they posted some stuff from the jury, and there is a video where I think Moose is filming it. And he says, oh, this video is for JC. And Summer goes, hey, JC Lynn, we miss you, girl, or something. And like kind of pause at Gino. And then Gino kind of paused back at her. And by pause, I mean, they're like, rah. So I'm sure all the Sino fans are going nuts for that. And, you know, Summer never misses an opportunity to be like, ha, JC Lynn, let me see if I have this. I don't know if this has audio. So let me play this here and see if it has any audio. I think this is actually at the end of it, but they're just, you know, like cuddling up together. Now, JC Lynn, you know, they're probably not going to have enough time to actually get together. Not that they are getting together, but I'm just saying. So they have this little moment and Moose is filming and
We miss you.
We miss you, JC Lynn. And then he's like, ha, 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 ha. That's Gino, ha, ha, ha. Like, he's like, ha, that's so funny. Summer, you're the funniest girl in the whole world. You're so funny. You're like funnier than when I put out a fire. Ha, 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 ha. And so they're definitely having fun in the jury house. All right. And we saw some other segments. Well, we see the whole jury house segment, but then if you look at the social media, you can get a little more in depth of them figuring out like who's playing with who was in what alliance. Let's name what alliances we were in. Marty tries to throw shade at Summer. It doesn't really work. So there are a couple fun things. I feel like BB Can is handling their social media. I mean, they haven't done enough this season with it, but they do more than I feel like BBUS does. At least I can go there and I can get, jury interactions. I don't think we even do that in the US? Do we even put jury stuff on social media? I feel like the jury, we check in on them a couple times. They're all humping each other. And then we're at the finale. So I would like a little more, social media presence from the jury because everyone is very curious. Once you're watching a season of Big Brother, you're curious what's going on in the jury house. I don't want just that edited segment. I want some social media jury feeds, please. So far, this is our jury. We have Gino, Marty, Summer, Herman, and Moose. And Herman and Moose just had the best facial expressions. And seeing them on camera together, I'm like, they could have a little Canadian reality show, I feel like. Oh, Steven says they started this year with Brittany on TikTok. Okay. I don't think it was anything memorable. Now, I get that Brittany danced and stuff, so I'm sure that was cute, but we need more. We need more of the dynamics. We need more of them talking about the game in the house. Thank you for saying bless me. Thank you. So that goes on. So we have our jury segment. We have the families. We have this back and forth of who are Helena and Kevin, or the ghosts, if you will. Who will the ghosts vote out? Because they have full control of the vote this week. They're the only two people voting. Betty, what the heck kind of screenshot is that, Joleen? I thought I really was like, I killed it with this ghost screenshot. I got it. And I just got Kevin's chin. So, okay. So the ghosts have control of the vote. So JC Lynn was doing work this week. She was campaigning. She was putting in the work. She was making some really good points to where Kevin and Helena were torn what they were going to do, because they're like, okay, she's saying, now we know Josh and Betty have made up. And so if we keep Josh in the game, he's got him and Betty looking out for each other. And JC Lynn, keeping her in the game, it's like she doesn't really have anybody. Now, she does have the ability to win a lot of comps, and she's a comp beast, and the jury really likes her, and she's got her boyfriend on the jury. But she was doing a good job strategically trying to sway them to keep her this week, knowing that Kevin and Betty, and reminding them that Kevin and Betty have fully made up, and he is back to being in her wedding. I want you to stand by me. I mean, I don't know if they're fully made up, but enough that it was kind of scary to Kevin and Helena. Okay, so Josh and Betty have fully made up, and that's what her argument was. However, on the live feeds, there was an interaction between JC Lynn and Helena, where JC Lynn basically called out Helena's game, like, I don't like the way you play, because I think JC Lynn thought she had swayed them to keep her this week. And then when she found out that she most likely did not, she talked to Helena in the bathroom, and they had a little back and forth, and it was very 24-year-old passive aggressive, and also kind of just aggressive toward Helena. And I don't like to play that way, the way that you're playing, Helena, which is, you're just saying stuff to people's faces. You're not really doing great jury management here, because you're just lying straight to my face, knowing you're not going to keep me, giving me hope. And Helena's like, well, is my mom still here? And she wasn't. Okay. Yes. JL almost flipped things for her, but in the end, she was not successful. at flipping the vote, and we saw both JL and Josh sitting on the block next to each other. But in the end, it was Joleen who left. You know, she wore a lot of hats around the house. She was making a lot of arguments when Kevin was like, hey, I can't keep you. You're game. You're pretty good strategic. You win stuff. People like you on the jury. I actually think you're pretty good at this game, and I can't keep you. You're going to beat me in the end. I fear that. And she's like, that's really nice, but also I want to stay. So it was this, you know, emotional, but she didn't give up. And I do love that in a Big Brother player is someone who just won't give up, because we've seen too many seasons where players are just like, well, I guess, okay, I guess I'm just out. At least I made it to jury. And Joleen fought till the end, which to her credit is much more fun to watch than people who just give up. And by the end, you know, she leaves and she's like, I like love you, but I hate you all. And they do a group hug, and she's wearing a pink dress, and Josh is wearing like a little polo button up, and she leaves. And now she gets to go be with Gino. She's going to have to pull Marty off of Gino so that she can get some love in the club in, because I think she's probably feeling pretty good. I mean, not good that she got evicted, but now she's going to see her showman. She asked her mom when her mom visited, you know, the house, and they had the surprise parent visit. She was like, Mom, is my sister mad that I got in this relationship? Here's a little ASMR, opening my LaCroix. Don't tell Bubbly. This is a delicious flavor of LaCroix, in case you guys were wondering. It's, what is it? Guava Sao Paulo. I don't know, whatever. It's guava. So she's going, and now she's probably like, well, my mom said my sister's not mad at me. My mom seemed to be okay with Gino. And so she'd be like, Marty, we beat it. And Marty's like, oh, merci beaucoup. Oh, okay. I'm leaving. Como ton petit. But yeah, Joleen looked beautiful as she left. But she left, taking out, you know, the biggest competition threat to the rest of the house. So now we're left with a final four consisting of Helena, member of the Ghost, has a final two with Kevin. And we're left with Kevin, strategically Kev-villain, who came in this house to make moves, fool people, lie, cheat, and steal, but in a likable way. His way to the end, which he's done very well. Betty, the exuberant, blunt underdog of the house, who we love to cheer on despite her not having the best HOH week, in my opinion. In that she could have broken up, Kevin and Helena, but she didn't. But we still love our girl Betty. And by we, I'm just assuming most people like Betty. And if you don't, no big deal. And then obviously Dr. Josh, the huggable, lovable type of guy who the jury really doesn't think is a huggable, lovable type of guy anymore. He's on to Kevin. He's on to that, but a little too late. Very, very much too late. I mean, he knew how Kevin was going to play this game, but you know, like Betty said, I knew that you were going to fall for his shenanigans once you laid in bed and you were like, I have a crush on him. I'm crushing on Kevin, which we all knew was true because Dr. Josh acted like this.
Love you. See you soon.
Kevin.
Are you serious?
Kevin, don't do it. Don't.
Kevin, are you serious?
Kevin, don't. You're gonna regret it.
Just kidding!
You didn't fool anybody.
You didn't fool anybody. I love how Marty's like, nobody can ever, can't trick me, Marty. Je suis French. French Canadian. You cannot trick me. I am too smart for everybody. Everybody can suck it, but in the nicest way possible because I am a humble guy. I love how he's like, you did not fool me. I am not fooled. Nobody knows. Oh, Marty, you're hilarious. There's just something about that Marty. But as soon as he sees Joleen come into that jury house and taking his time away from Gino, oh my God, he's going to be upset. He's going to be like... Why are you here? And I love it. No, me and Gino were doing this. I was eating so many cookies.
A secret stash of cookies in my drawer, my sock drawer, right? I got cookies for before comps.
This guy, I got cookies right before comps. Just sweet cookies. Yeah, it's just very, very funny. And when JC Lynn and Summer see each other,
You're lying.
you're lying. Your relationship is a lie with Gino. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. I don't even know if, who knows? Maybe Summer and, JC Lynn will become friends. No, probably not. That's probably not going to happen. But these two are friends. So now we have Kevin and Betty versus, we have Josh and Betty versus Kevin and Helena, kind of, right? That's pretty much where we're at. Let me know who you guys are riding for in the end. Steph says, I am riding for Betty. Kevil. Like evil, but Kevil. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, you're sipping on lime. Yes. The red lip. Yeah, Helena looked beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Want to bet Kevin. I want a bet. Oh, a Betty Kevin final 2. That would be epic. Very epic, because two people who played such different games and would have votes for such different reasons. You have a player like Betty, who's like gritty and fun and relatable, but blunt, and says the things that you probably shouldn't say in this game, but she says them anyways. She wasn't always at the top strategically within the game, but she was fun to watch. She was that underdog you could root for. She really just is almost like the heart and soul of the season. And then you have someone like Kevin, who came into this game a super fan. He's talking on the feeds how he listens to Rob as a podcast, and Helena and the rest of them are like, you're a weirdo. And all of us live feeders are like, well, it's not that weird. It's actually like normal to wake up to Taryn and coffee. And then in the afternoon, you have a snack with Maddie and Janet. And then, you think they're that Janet's coming from a closet, but she is kind of, but it's like, she explained, it's like a closet you go through to get to the room. So she's not just hauled up in a closet. And then they acknowledge their super chats at the end, which is really nice because they're boss women. And then sometimes, their dogs come into the frame, and it's really cute. But that's not weird that we know that about these people. It's just that we love this game, and Rob as a podcast and Mad Rose, they're the two channels that cover this 24/7. Then you have people like me who are like weird, and sometimes we fall off for a second for Canada, but they always stay on. And then I'm usually always on for the US, but I'm not an everyday, here's what happens. So we're thankful for those channels that do. And then you have Nerdtainment, and they bring a technical, and then you have Busy, he'll jump on and he'll talk about people's clothes. And then you have Miranda, and Miranda will tell you the what's what. And you got TV Talks with Tom, he'll give you short, little, flavorful, delicious clips. So we have so many channels that you can choose from. And I don't mean to leave anybody out. Yeah, Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree. Now I feel like I have to name every single one, but I'm going to forget somebody. But yeah, so we got Couch Potato Queens. I was going to say Potato Queens, Couch Potato Queens. But yeah, it's not actually abnormal to want to watch the live feeds of the show that we all love and then watch recappers. That's actually pretty normal. It's very healthy. You live a longer life, and you'll have a healthy heart if you follow channels like mine and Nerdtainment and Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree, and Couch Potato Queens, and Miranda, and Busy, and Mad Rose, and Rob has a podcast. That those are, you'll be happier. You'll be a happier freaking person. Okay. So I love that Big Sissy Banana. I love Betty and Kevin for a final 2. Lamp says, I'm just glad the Josh Betty adventure continues. They are fun to watch. They're very fun, and they're like real friends. Josh wanted to play this game. I think he wanted to be the lie, cheat, and steal and strategize, but he isn't as strategic as Kev Villain. So having someone like Kev Villain pull him in with Helena, he was like, sure, let's do it. I'm a doctor, but I want to have a little bit of fun. This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick, Kev. Let's do it. So it worked out. Word has it, Steph is still leaving the house. What? What do you... I just got that. I'm sorry. I am so immersed in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. I just got that. Thank you. Kev Villain, you guys all riding for Kev Villain. Yes, a Betty win would be great. It would be this great underdog, almost playing Big Brother, how some people think you're not supposed to play, which is very transparent. Being like, I don't like you. I'm not talking to you. I love when Betty said in yesterday's episode, if I'm mad at you, I just don't talk to you until I'm not mad. I mean, that's probably not a good idea, but that's what I do. At least she's self-aware and she knows that about herself. When she walked past Josh, she was like, grabbed her Colgate and headed back upstairs. Like, see you never, Josh. You know, she's told multiple people in the house, I'm mad at you. I don't like this about you that you did game-wise. You're a liar. I think you're lying in this game. And yet, here she is. Here she is. It really is something for everyone. Oh, we got some red wine drinking here. Queen Betty. I love Betty's whole style. Her whole aesthetic. I mean, everything about Betty. The hair, the makeup, the jewelry, the clothes. It is so cute. Yeah, everything is so cute. But Helena was killing it with this look. Very bold lip, multiple gold chains, the big hoops. I know it's unpopular to be kind to Helena, but I like Helena. I don't care. And I like this Final Four. And I think because I like them, I had emotions about their family. Because most of the time, especially BBUS, by the time they get to that point, and if their families come out, I'm like, oh, gross, no thanks, don't care, done, excuse me, hashtag done with it. But this one, I feel like anyone could win, and I would be fine with it because they all had their own journeys that are all worthy, some more than others in the sense of, you know, how much they've done in the game. But either way, they all got there. Just to get there is a big deal. It is a pretty screenshot. Well, she's beautiful. I mean, everyone left is beautiful. Even Kevin. Kevin became more attractive. I never thought Kevin is just not my type of dude, but I'm sure I'm not his type of gal. But then when I saw his sweet Jillian show up, I was like, oh, well, that's okay. He became more attractive because he had this like seemingly nice relationship and he found his person. And that is always an attractive quality. Not that I'm going to go, you know, move to Ontario or wherever he's from, break up my marriage to go find him. I'm not that creepy, okay? Because I like my husband. But the fact that I said that out loud is kind of creepy, you know? A little creepy. So, yes. Oh, I was wondering, I was like, you guys really aren't commenting, but I wasn't scrolling down. So I was still on, what time is it? Okay, it's 6. I was still on comments from 6:42, 10 minutes ago. So I'd probably been blabbing for 10 minutes about nothing. I was like, gosh, no one's really commenting. I guess they're not really interested. But you guys are interested. Okay, a Betty win would be great. Yes. All right. I feel like my comments aren't scrolling, but that's okay. So yeah, so we're here. I have a feeling we could see that Kevin, Betty final 2. That's a definite possibility. But the ghosts have a very, very good chance, Helena and Kevin, of making it to the end. Yeah, and I totally understand. Because sometimes I'm a creepy lady. And I say things that I'm like, wish I could take that back. That was awkward. That was, you know, which is why my friend circle is very small. Because it's difficult when you meet new people and you say creepy things off the bat. They're like, well, okay, I'm just going to not talk to her anymore. That's over now. See you later. But the fact that we got to see a Betty HOH, that was fun. We got to see a reconciliation this week. We got to, what's the screenshot? Oh, that's still the reconciliation. And now I just can't believe there's only a week left. It's crazy. We got to see tears from the family. We got to see I wonder if Herman and Summer are hooking up in jury or if Summer has been continually flirting with Gino. I wonder if Moose has kissed Marty again. I have so many questions. I wonder how many more times Josh will cry this season. He has got that adorable cry. Kevin, no, Kevin, take me to final 2. And will Josh win this next HOH? And will he really target Kevin and Helena? Ooh, I hope Josh. Ooh, I hope he wins. So he has to decide. I kind of want that. But then I have the feeling that Helena would go. So much to think about. So much to think about. And then I have this screenshot of Helena, which equals out the world and shows that everyone has layers. Okay. Kevo looks better when he needs to shave. Big sissy banana. Yes. Josh is going to put up. That would kill me. That would. I'd be like this the whole time. All the Helena screenshots of my feelings would be that. If he had all that power, and that's what he did with it. No, I would be so upset. I'd be like, no. So this, we're saying, would this, let me know in the chat, take a little vote. Would this be your ideal final 2? Would Kevin and Betty be your ideal final 2? For me, yes, just because, like I said earlier, their games are so different and they took such different paths and they have different allies. And I'm curious who in jury would vote for who and what they would base it on, whether it would be gameplay, whether it would be the connection they had with that person. And if this isn't your ideal final 2, who is? B Bean says, poor JC Lynn. She gets to go cuddle with hot Gino in the jury house, and she's 24. The world is ahead of her, and she did great. So there you go. Yes, I think that would make great TV, Carol. The fact that he promised he wouldn't, then he wins HOH, and then he puts the people he promised he wouldn't win HOH to on the block. That would be pretty cool. That would bring the drama. Carol, I hope so. Okay. So Shantae says, yeah, that's your final 2. B Bean says no. Carol said, that's not my final 2. Big Sissy says yes. Steph says yes. Big Sissy says Betty, Kevin, final 2. Yep. Yes, it would be an exciting final. Josh and Betty are your ideal final 2. That's the thing. We're down to 4 people who I'd be happy with any of them, really, which doesn't happen a lot in this game where we get to the final. Most of the time we get to the final 4 and I'm like, that's my face. JC Lynn's face is my face. Like, Seems like a lot of you agree on that final 2. I like it. Yes, that would be a season-winning move for Josh. You are exactly right, BB, and that would be a season-winning move because to come back after having to show his cards and have someone who thought they were his ally, being Summer, leave on his HOH and then jeopardize his friendship with Betty, to come back from that, reconcile with Betty, realize I must avenge, what happened, and then break that up. That would be pretty great. Terry says, Betty and Helena, I don't think Betty beats Kevin. I want Betty to win. Yeah. As far as Betty beating Kevin, I think that is definitely an uphill battle. I think Helena beats no one in a final 2. I really don't. Even though Gino was making a case for her in jury, or not making a case, but like explaining her game, that she was a lot more cutthroat than she let on, and that she played up, her emotions of like someone leaving, or, she was just lying like you do in this game. But I think he was explaining it to Moose, and Moose is like, no, not Betty. And Gino's like, yeah, that's her game. But I don't know if they'll respect her floater game. I don't know, because some people don't respect a floater game, even though a floater game can totally be respected. It's a coaster game we shouldn't respect, but that's, your personal preference. Yes, Betty and the Gummy Bear final 2. Iconic. That would be the final 2 we all came to see. And then Marty would be like, I told you we must trust the Gummy Bear. It is back. The Gummy Bear is back. Je suis Gummy Bear. Comment t'appelles-tu? Oh, bonsoir, gummy bear. And then you'd be like, gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. Je suis gummy bear, 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 bear. They are the gummy bears. Tu es the gummy bears. And that would be Marty. Marty was such a character and continues to be a character. So now we just have to wait and see who wins this next HOH. Very important HOH. Even more important POV. Oh, what a weekend of Big Brother it's going to be. And then next week, and we've already got, Ika's come back on the season to get engaged and to host a comp. We're going to see more former BB people. I think that's what they're teasing. There's also a vote for Canada's favorite player, which I'm so glad they're doing. Now, was the first season they did it last season with what's his face? Or had they done that previously? I don't remember. But I do wonder who will win. Will it be Je suis Marty? Does he have the fan votes? Because we know that BB Facebook decides this. Okay. So does he win? I don't know. Does Gino win? Gino's popular on BB Facebook. Or do we get, someone who maybe BB Facebook isn't 100% on board with? Who do you think wins Canada's favorite player? I have this feeling it'll be Je suis Marty. But if you guys think it's something else, okay, you guys are just like, yeah, Marty's going to win. Did I take French in high school? I did take French in high school. I did. And I don't know if you're being serious, but I did. Yeah, Kevin, if he doesn't win this season, I don't know how. I guess I haven't checked on BB Facebook, and I don't know how they're feeling about Kevin, but I just have a feeling it's probably Je suis Marty. Comment t'appelles-tu? Okay, that's all. Quelle heure est-il? Ça va? Ça va bien? Ça va? Comme ci, comme ça. Merci. Merci. So, yeah, it has been a really good season. And this will just be like a short little recap. So that's the episode. We got to find out, Canada's going to be voting for their favorite player. We're going to find out who's going to win HOH. And then we have the all-important POV to go into, see what happens. This actually could be still an exciting week of Big Brother. It's not one of those years where we know who's going to win the comp. It's not one of those seasons. So, and we have someone like Josh who made promises that he wouldn't play, but really that would be so dumb if he didn't do that. And if he wins, Kevin and Helena are like, you're not supposed to target us. But well, actually, he has to target one of them, but you're not supposed to win. So if he wins, they're already going to be pissed. So it's going to be great. Oh, okay. You're being serious. Thanks, BB. I just assumed that my French is très awful, but appreciate you guys. So that is this episode, you guys. Thank you for hanging in with me. I'll be back later tonight doing some Johnny Depp, Amber Heard stuff, like in an hour and a half. So join me back here if you're interested in that and having a laugh. Smash that like if you haven't already. Thank you for all your support. Follow me on social media if you haven't already. Will you be covering anything else? Are you cutting back on lives once BB Can concludes? I was just talking to my husband about that because I still have not figured out a balanced schedule for myself when it comes to YouTube and having a full-time job and doing comedy. So, but I really do love coming on YouTube and I love doing lives and I love chatting with all of you about pop culture and TV. So I should pull back, but I don't think I will. I'll still have we have a new season of 90 Day, me and Nana cover. I have the, finishing up Orange County Housewives, going into Beverly Hills Housewives starting this week. Also Atlanta Housewives are starting this week, but Nana, we probably won't cover Atlanta. We'll probably just cover Beverly Hills because that's the one she watches, and she has watched Atlanta and we have covered it, but she can only do one at a time. She's like, don't put more on my plate. And then I have the Johnny Depp stuff still going on. What else do I do? But yeah, BB Can, that'll free up a little bit, but I'll probably use that to talk about the Real World New Orleans Homecoming or the new season of The Challenge. All-Stars. And there's something else. What else do I do? I can't even remember. I don't really remember what I do. But this Johnny Depp thing is going to be every day or, you know, every other day for a while. So we'll see. It's wild. It's wild, wild. It's entertaining. It's all about the grumpy. It's all about the doo-doo brown, you know? So many things going on there. So, yeah, I probably should cut back. Oh, and I also do sipping keys on our own channel. And Joleen Vlogs, my vlogging channel, finally hit 1,000 subs. So thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. Now I just have to get my watch hours up, and one day I can monetize that, which is pretty cool. And I owe you guys some vlogs. So yeah. Thanks, Terry. That court case gives me hypertension, but I'm sorry, it gives you hypertension. Well, I got excited when I was looking at this new season of the Challenge All-Stars. So I'll probably do a couple of recaps here and there. Yeah, probably will. Probably will. Now Wes is over there. There's all kinds of players where I'm like, I feel like they're bringers because thank God we don't have Johnny Bananas, but I know he's probably headed that way since he's almost on the other. Is he on the other side of 40? He's probably very close to. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, we have fun on our Johnny Depp lives because we just find the funny. But I also have to find the melatonin and get some sleep eventually. All right. But I digress and I talk. But I could talk to you guys forever. And yes, Real World Homecoming, New Orleans. I haven't watched one episode yet, but I loved New Orleans. I can't wait to catch up with Melissa and see why everyone hates Julie, which I think I know why they hate Julie. And then hear, what was it, Dave or David's song? What was the song? Something like woo doo bop bee ba bow shoo bop bop bow. He had a song. What was it? And I think it's in the trailer. We'll talk. Yeah, subscribe to Sipping Key. Subscribe to Joleen Vlogs. Okay, I gotta get off this Depp stuff. But I literally listen all day to the Johnny Depp things. And record stuff so that I can go live later in the night. Oh yeah, come on, be my baby tonight. I know you, other dudes you've been with. Come on, be my baby tonight. Come on, be my baby tonight. Shooby doopy doopy doo boo. Come on, be my baby tonight. I know you've been with other guys you cheated with or something. Come on, be my baby tonight. Shooby da ba ba da. Je suis Marty. All right. I really have to go. Otherwise, I'll stay all night and I have to get ready for my Johnny Depp live. But you guys are wonderful and great. And thank you so much. I'll be back with another BB Can live very, very soon. But until then, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Comment after the video post for the algorithm. Thank you for liking my green nails. Bye.